Let's focus on the state of Andhra Pradesh. Most polls, at least in terms of parliamentary seats that's being projected, seem to be suggesting a clear win for the TDP, BJP, JSP alliance in that state with 25 parliamentary seats. But it's also a state with 175 assembly seats up for the elections, and my colleague Uma Sudhir tracks that state very closely along with several other states across the southern and the rest of India. Uma, you've got a special panel as well. I want to begin with a focus on Andhra Pradesh because that seems to be very interesting as well in terms of the exit poll numbers coming out.
Thank you, Veera. Yes, indeed, Andhra Pradesh is certainly the more exciting of the two Telugu states for us here, observing these two Telugu states as well. And yes, the poll of polls seems to indicate an 18 number for the TDP plus, as we would call it here, the NDA, and only about 7 to the YSRC, and the Congress that would hope to reopen, should I say, its account in Andhra Pradesh. The bifurcated state they were never able to open the account, and that seems to be getting a 0 as of now. I have with me, yes, as you mentioned, a very special panel, Mohan Guruswamy, who's a policy analyst, political analyst as well, Mr. Ramchandra Rao, who's a senior BJP leader, and I have Balu Pulipaka from the Deccan Chronicle. He's a political editor of the Deccan Chronicle. Mr. Mohan Guruswamy, I'm going to go to you first. This 18 number for the BJP plus, or should I say TDP plus in Andhra Pradesh, no surprise?
Well, it's a surprise to me because there are several polls in Andhra Pradesh. Both are varying wildly. So, I must admit it's a surprise. I think I could conceptualize a half as a plausible scenario there. But I don't believe in exit polls. Exit polls are really way off. I'm watching other exit polls here. We show completely different trends, even in UP. One exit poll is showing the Gathbandhan ahead of NDA. So let's wait. There's only 3 more days now. It's all there in the box. The fates have been sealed.
Yes, indeed, excitement. Balu, what about you? Like Mr. Mohan is mentioning, it could be 17 YSRC and people would still say, oh, okay, that happened.
I wouldn't be surprised if people say that happened. But the fact is that, there has been a lot of resistance, and it's not really surprising to see these numbers right now, the exit poll numbers, giving NDA, TDP alliance 18 or around that, and YSRCP 7. I'm not at all surprised at these numbers. I'll stop there for just for now, but not surprising at all. There was a lot of resistance to YSRCP from whatever I have understood during the campaign, and it's reflecting in the Lok Sabha
and
exit
the coming
polls.
Together of these 3 parties, really. I mean, if the BJP didn't have a presence at all, if you're hoping to get those numbers, at least a couple of them you're hoping will actually come to you from Andhra Pradesh as well, where you have not been, really having a presence on the ground.
Surely, I admit that we don't have that much of presence, but we have presence definitely, because it was our vote share that made the TDP and BJP alliance to come into power in 2014, because the slender margin was there between the YSRCP and the TDP alliance, NDA alliance then. But even now, BJP and TDP and also PRP, with the Jana Sena, we are in alliance now, and definitely their alliance would definitely get more seats than the YSRCP. And moreover, we have the Modi image is also there. People want Modi as third-term Prime Minister. So that will also help, whatever may be the local conditions politically. But as far as the national scene is concerned, the people of Andhra Pradesh, especially Telugu people, would definitely vote for the NDA alliance, and definitely BJP will win more seats and the NDA will have more seats than the YSRCP.
We also have Ravikant Reddy joining us. He's a political editor for the Hindu newspaper. Ravi, the numbers that the NDA seems to be getting in Andhra Pradesh, you think the caste factor is a big factor in Andhra Pradesh when we talk about elections and voting. So does that mean that the Kamma Kapu combination has really worked?
Work with
Am I audible now, Uma? Am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead, Ravi. Yeah.
Yeah. Going by the numbers,
Yes,
which
please go ahead.
going by the numbers that exit polls threw up, I think definitely the Kamma-Kapu combination seems to have worked out. But I still feel you can't rule out YCP because it's a big, strong force in Rayalaseema region, and that is where I think they are going to get most numbers. And like exit polls, they are throwing diverse figures. So as Dr. Mohan Guruswamy said, it's very difficult to gauge sitting here whether these numbers are true or not. But definitely the Kapu-Kamma combination definitely worked this time for the Mahakutami, and BJP also throwing up with their lot, with their weight in several other factors. I think it seems to have worked out for Mahakutami as far as increasing the numbers. But I really can't say these are the real numbers.
Okay, skepticism over what could be the real numbers. Very often we find parliament and assembly elections when they happen together, people tend to vote on similar lines. YSRCP and Jagan Mohan Reddy have mounted their campaign on that big welfare agenda that he had. So does that mean that paying people, taking care of welfare doesn't really translate into votes if these numbers really hold?
Well, if these numbers hold good, then of course it's going to stand politics completely on a different footing in this country. Question of welfare politics working is questioned. But I don't think it's going to happen. People are generally grateful for what they get. And even in Telangana, where BRS got defeated, it lost only by 2%. It had 36% to Congress's 38%. So there is a residual base which travels with you. Yeah. So I don't think Jagan is going to lose hugely. But electoral losses are possible.